Having just come off a disappointing 2003 season with a rare losing record of 6-10, fans and pundits were left wondering who was this team as they entered the 2004 season. In a move the Steelers hadn't made in almost 25 years, they selected a QB with the first-round pick, taking a small school kid out of Miami of Ohio named Ben Roethlisberger. Although the QB position was stable with Tommy Maddox at the helm, fans and coaches alike questioned whether Maddox was capable of a Super Bowl run. Regardless, the Steelers undoubtedly had star players on both defense and offense that could help elevate the team out of its losing ways from 2003. In order to prove it, the Steelers would start their first game of the 2004 season against the Oakland Raiders. Hi all, I'm Ron John and this is Steelers Therapy. We are the source of well-balanced Steelers coverage that puts every game into perspective, highlighting the details, expectations, ramifications, and drama of each and every matchup. Today, we're highlighting the Steelers' season opener as they embark on a season like no other. Will they stumble out of the gate, or will they prove they are more than a 6-10 team? Let's dive in. It was Sunday, 12 September 2004 at 1 p.m. The 0-0 Pittsburgh Steelers hosted the 0-0 Oakland Raiders at Heinz Field. It was a humid 65-degree day and a beautiful day for a game of football. The Steelers QB Tommy Maddox, along with Jerome Bettis, Hines Ward, Troy Polamalu, and Joey Porter filled out their starting roster. The Raiders QB, Rich Gannon, was highlighted by players such as Charles Woodson, Warren Sapp, and the great Jerry Rice. The Steelers start the game showing off their new running back from the Eagles, Deuce Staley. A long, punishing drive ends with the Jerome Bettis goal line touchdown just as the Steelers drew it up. They came out looking the part as 3.5-point favorites, while the Raiders' offense sputtered out of the gate, not accomplishing much in the first quarter. The second quarter would start off like the first, with the Steelers continuing to dominate the game. A strip sack by Clark Higgins was recovered by Aaron Smith, and they were back on the ground with Staley, capping off a second touchdown run with Jerome Bettis. The Steelers continued to pour it on with their defense as Rich Gannon was picked off by Deshae Townsend. While everybody in the stadium thought a blowout was taking shape, the Raiders quickly squashed this hope with a 3-and-out to go along with a bomb thrown of 58 yards to Doug Gabriel before halftime, cutting the lead in half 14-7. The Raiders came out of the third quarter moving the ball fluidly down the field against the stingy Steelers defense, cutting the lead 14-10 with a field goal by Sebastian Janikowski. It wouldn't be until the end of the quarter that the Steelers offense started to get going again, capping off a drive with Mr. Old Reliable, the bus, Jerome Bettis, for the third touchdown of the game. At this point, the game seemed out of reach. Or was it? The stingy Steelers defense would strike again with an interception by Clark Higgins on Gannon. The Steelers offense then disappeared as the Raiders continued to fight, with their offense and defense both coming alive, strip sacking Maddox and putting up another field goal. Gannon would then find Alvis Whitted for another long bomb touchdown on a shaky Steelers secondary. Gannon would then come back to Whitted for another 2-point conversion. With the 2-score lead erased, the Steelers then methodically marched down the field for a 42-yard field goal in the waning seconds of the game. The game would end 24-21 with the Steelers' victory, not covering the 3.5 spread. The game was not as close as the score would suggest, but it did call to question the Steelers' ability to put away beatable teams, especially at home. Although not pretty towards the end, the Steelers did what they needed to do to get the win, and we're now looking forward to a date with Baltimore and Ray Lewis to see what they were really made of. This is the story of how the 2004 Pittsburgh Steelers won Week 1 to go up 1-0 on a season that would become historic. Thanks for watching. Once again, this is Steelers Therapy. I'm Ron John. Until next time.